Welcome back to my channel. I figured I would do a car vlog since I haven't done one in a while. Got new glasses. These are actually prescription glasses and they are from Zenni Optical. These are under their designer glasses. They say designer, but the designer is Zenni. That's what it always says in the little temple is, you can see it right there, Zenni. These are gradient, they're prescription. They're pretty dark. I don't know if you can see that there. They're pretty dark. And they're lighter on the bottom. They are a very heavy frame. I am really liking them. This is an extremely large frame for me. Usually I go with something a little smaller, but I figured, you know, that's kind of the style. What's going around right now is larger glasses, and I watched a few people on YouTube that wear the larger glasses, and they really, with a round face, make their face just thin the face down a lot. But how about this lipstick? I'm loving this. It's called Sellout, and this look is ColourPop. I'm loving this green. I haven't done a green look in probably, God, years. Every time I do a green look, I mess it up. And, you know, every time I watch Nikki tutorials and she talks about green looks, I just cringe because I have been there. The struggle is real, but this one came out, it came out kind of nice. I'm actually liking it. That iridescent kind of color has it's kind of a shiny white with a green teal flip to it. And I paired it with, I believe it's called Deep End from Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner, which is a teal eyeliner. If you have not tried the Urban Decay 24/7 liners, they are amazing, and you can usually catch little deals on them. They have they're trial size, but they're still pretty big. They're like that. It's 3/4 of a regular size pencil. And they have little sets with them. I actually got a set that had 3 pencils. And I think it was like 20 bucks, or no, it had 4 pencils in it. So, and it was beautiful. It had a beautiful gold in it. Beautiful gold. But a lot of the, if you want a quick eye look and you don't want to like have to go crazy on it, colored eye pencils are great for that, because you can just, you know, a little on your waterline, or kind of smudge it into your bottom lash line, a little bit smudged in the top lash line, and you got a look. I've been struggling with my health again. They've got me on erythromycin now. If you know anything about gastroparesis, there are 4 medications that they do tend to treat it with. One of them is erythromycin, and the other is Reglan, and the other 2 I don't believe are available in the United States. Reglan I had a reaction to that caused involuntary movements, twitching, mainly my arms. My arms would kind of like flop, and my legs, and it got really bad, especially when I was sleeping. My camera's bouncing, sorry guys. I got this new thing attached to the windshield that's not doing very well. It just bounces like crazy. Plus I'm driving around with a crack in my windshield, trying to get that fixed. Just a small crack that big, but it's gotten twice as long as it did yesterday when it happened. But gastroparesis is a very, very serious disease, and a lot of people don't really understand it. It's basically, I've said it before, it's a paralyzed stomach, and your stomach just decides it doesn't want to digest food for various reasons. I have what's called idiopathic gastroparesis, meaning they have no clue why I have it. You can have it onset by medication, you can have it onset by surgeries. Sometimes people get it with gastro bypass and other weight loss surgeries. Can bring it on. Your body at any time can just decide not to work. I mean, it's just things that happen. So, and when they don't know what something's called, they call it idiopathic. I don't know why why that is. I guess they don't want to admit, or either they're calling themselves an idiot. This idiot doesn't know what caused it. That's what I tell my doctor. It's idiopathic because you're an idiot and you don't know what caused it. But that's just my sick humor. Anyway, I have actually met a couple of people through YouTube, through my channel, that have gastroparesis. It's very refreshing to know that I'm not alone. And if you have any kind of chronic illness, you'll know what I'm talking about. You feel very isolated, very alone, and especially with pain and that type of illnesses, you know, they can cause you to alienate yourself. And just make it where you just plain out don't feel like doing anything. I get like that. I will spend days at a time on my couch watching TV. I have my little shows, and it's almost like they're my friends. You know, I gotta check in on them. Like you would call a friend and see how you're doing. I gotta flip my show on and see how they're doing. A lot of them are like, what do you call those, reality shows? Excuse me, my nose itched. I wasn't picking my nose. It's such a vile habit, but my nose was itching. Ah, God. This dry air makes my nose just feel crusty. It's gross. But anyway. I like those, what do you call those shows? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of them. They're like simulated, reality-based, yeah, reality shows. What is her name? My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I love her. She's just Whitney. She's just so funny. You know, anybody that can be morbidly obese like that and be just that happy, you know they're hiding something some of the time. I know she goes through a lot of depression, but her attitude in life is just amazing. And you know, she didn't grow up overweight. She has a disease that caused that. Anyway, enough of other people's lives and on to mine. Just kind of, I have my doctor's appointment, just left there, and I kind of left there feeling defeated, which I feel that way a lot with this, because I'm always one to think I can fix anything, and you know, and you can't with this, and it's horrible. And I was saying gastroparesis, you get scatterbrained like this. I forget what I'm saying sometimes. I'll forget in the middle of a sentence what I've said and start on something else. I do it a lot. I apologize in advance because I do not notice I do it. I will mix things up constantly. It affects my memory, something fierce. It affects my sleeping. It affects every bit of my life. And like now I'm just feeling so exhausted, just so defeated. But what I was saying about gastroparesis is it's almost like you took the food that you eat, if you took everything you ate for the day and you throw it in a plastic bag and just sit it there. Carry it around with you. Throw it in your purse. That's what gastroparesis is. That's my stomach. My stomach is a bag that food gets thrown in and just sits there. It's almost like getting food poisoning because the food rots and it becomes very nasty, and if you don't get sick and it come up right away, you can get very ill from it. I've gotten food poisoning from my body not digesting something. That's all I can say it was, is because it was like the worst case of food poisoning I ever got. I get it quite a few times a month, and it's horrible. It's just, I want to just sit down and cry, and I don't like to feel sorry for myself in that way. So it's a battle. It really is a serious battle that I have with myself every day. I'm sorry this is not my normal lighthearted kind of, you know, vlog or tutorial or review. I had some things that I really wanted to get out, and I figured the best way to do that, because you guys do show interest in my life, is to share it. And it does help. It helps me to get it out and just to release it out in the world. It almost makes it feel like a little better, I guess you can say. But thinking of doing something for myself. I've really been wanting to get my nails done. I used to get acrylics for years and years and years. I got acrylic nails, and I haven't gotten them in a couple years. Probably about a year, but with the gastroparesis, my nails just, it's basically like you're malnourished, you know, and your skin is affected, your hair, your nails, every bit of your life is affected. I mean, if you go all day without eating, you know how you feel real sluggish and you just kind of don't really have any energy to do anything? Well, I feel like that on a daily basis. And after a couple of days, it really wears on you. And the way I get around it is a lot of times I would drink sweet tea. And I use black tea. It's kind of heavy in the caffeine and heavy in the sugar. And it gives me a boost of energy. It's not very healthy. And that's why people with gastroparesis tend also, their sugar runs high. My sugar tends to run high. And my one doctor says, oh, you're diabetic. My other doctor says, no, you're not diabetic. It's, you can have high blood sugar and not be diabetic. My doctor explained it to me like this. There's two different types of insulin that your body produces. One is when you're, I guess when you're eating or whatnot, and one's at rest. I don't know, but mine doesn't produce the insulin that happens while you're eating, and that is mainly because my stomach isn't digesting. It happens when you're digesting. But I've been told too, though, you can't lose weight when you have insulin in your system. When insulin is present, I guess the insulin level has to go down, and then you burn fat. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Don't care to be one. I don't know how anybody could be one. It's got to be the most strenuous, emotionally and physically, more emotionally than anything, job there is, besides like a therapist or something like that. I couldn't imagine trying to help people all the time. I mean, I always try to help people, and it just breaks my heart when I can't. So, I am at Ulta, and I was going to run in here, but there's nobody in Ulta, but every parking space in the parking lot is filled. Oh, wait, there's two people in Ulta besides employees. You know, these restaurants right around here, the parking is awful, so they use Ulta's parking lot and leaves nowhere to park. So, not going to Ulta. But I know I'm babbling. I just figured I would share a little bit of my life with you guys. I read each and every one of you guys' messages. I really appreciate all the kind words and all the just super, super compassion that you guys show and the love you guys show. It is just, sometimes it is overwhelming. I just break down in tears sometimes at how much that you guys can care about somebody you don't really know. And it means the world to me, because with my health, I'm just scared every day that I may not wake up tomorrow, or I'll wind up in the hospital. And the saddest part about that is it's not for me, it's my husband. He's the sweetest man in the world, and I just don't know what he would do without me. You know, we both had a hard life, and we finally met each other, and our lives just really came together. Speaking of which, I've been wanting to do something special for him, but getting him to, I thought about going somewhere, like just even for like a night or two, but it's so difficult because we have 2 dogs, 3 cats, and 3 birds. So to go out of town is a fiasco. Unless we're going out of town just for the evening, and then we can set everybody up, but have to be out back in the morning to make sure everybody's set up for their day, fed, watered, walked, and everything. But, you know, and that's another thing that's hard on me, is taking care of those guys. And my husband, he's always asking me, you know, what he can do to help. And it's not really that I don't want somebody to help me. It's I don't want to need help. I don't know if you can understand that, but I don't want to feel like I need somebody to help me do stuff. I want to feel like I can do everything myself. I've always been independent. I have been on my own since I was very young. My first job, believe it or not, and I'm not lying about this, I was 11 years old. I started washing dogs for a lady that groomed dogs in my neighborhood by my grandmother's house. My grandmother raised me. And I would go over and wash the dogs, and she would groom them, and I'd go off to school. I'd come back after school and help her. Never forget, the first time I came home with a knot like this of money. And my mom thought I had stolen money from somebody. I can't believe that. But, I mean, I could understand, because your kid comes home with a lot of money like that, you're going to wonder what the heck, you know? But, no, I didn't steal anything. I made money, and I worked my tail off, and she would actually pay me what I was doing, you know, and not try to, most people I think would try to take advantage of a kid, you know, thinking, oh, well, this kid don't understand about money and whatnot, but I did. That was my first job, and I've been pretty much doing the same thing ever since, besides doing, I went to cosmetology back in the 80s, but never really did anything with it, besides, you know, doing makeup here and there, and I cut friends' hair, and I dye friends' hair here and there, and I don't even do my own hair. I have that done. I do my husband's, which, speaking of which, I need to do it. But anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed getting a couple extra videos this week, because I'm posting the look that I'm doing now. I'm going to post that, and I'm going to post this vlog. So I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.